Hey guys, welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington, everybody.
Thank you all for being here as well. My name is Rachel Harrison. I'm the adult programming coordinator. Kathryn Kauffman. Miss Kathryn Kauffman, all the way from Lexington, joining us here tonight.
My name is Kathryn Kauffman, and I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to my every Monday night show. This is where we discuss what and who we are in this journey we call life. For those of you that have tuned into my professional page on Facebook, Kathryn Kauffman Psychic Medium, there is a link there. If you want to join the live chat, just hit that link and come over to the personal page. That's the only page where I interact and I have a discussion with my clients here and fans. For those of you guys on Facebook and Instagram tonight, Instagram especially, I have the Zodiac filter on, and so I've got a little Capricorn symbol right here on my cheek for you guys. This is awesome because tonight we're actually transitioning to Capricorn. So that's pretty special. Let's do some quick shout outs before we get on to our content. Hey, to Leanne, special shout out to Tammy and Jennifer and Megan, and special shout out to Melissa Begley and my sidekick, or her sidekick, Miss Cleo. Give a big squeeze to Miss Cleo. Jennifer, shout out to George McKinney. Hey, guy. Jill Jones, Deanna. Special shout out to my special dad, Robert Ziegler. Hope you're doing okay. And a shout out to Corey Southworth. Hope everything's okay up north. And I hope you guys are doing all right this evening. Shout out to Veronica and Charlotte. A couple things I want to jump into before we get on to our content this evening. And that is that for those of you that have been following the show, and you know I've had a biopsy done on my foot for skin cancer, so I couldn't get out and do the work that I wanted to do on the tree portal class and tree spirit class. It is healing. I'm going to be out this week and this weekend getting the work done on that so that we can go ahead with that class sometimes this summer. So be watching on Facebook for the announcements on that. Now, here's something really, really special. I'm excited to present it, and I want you guys to give me some comments on what you want me to do. Now, this, in the next few months, I'm not going to say exactly when, but in the next few months, I'm going on a trip to New Orleans, okay? Now, I'm going to do some filming down there, like mediumship filming of some walkthroughs on different places. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if you guys could give me your favorite places that you would like to see filmed? Now, of course, you know, I'm going to try, I don't know if they'll allow me or not, but I'm going to try to get permission to do some filming at the Lullery place. So we'll see about that. But if you guys will give me some comments or suggestions on favorite places that you have in New Orleans that you would like to see me do a walkthrough of, and then we'll see if we can't get this done. Hey to Patty Ann and Veronica and Ina, thanks for joining us this evening. So in the comments, just go ahead and put your favorite places, or if you have to sit and think about it a while, just message me and let me know, you know, what places you feel like you would like for me to see, or you would like to see me do a mediumship walkthrough on. Also, I want to mention, not a lot of people know, and especially you guys over here on Instagram. Hey to Joy on Instagram. Thanks for making it this evening. Every day on not only Instagram, but also on Facebook, I do a daily moon astrology forecast. So what you need to do, and it kind of gives you a heads up on how the day is going to go. And if you know that it's like a really kind of negative day, you can sort of mentally prepare for that. And then when it comes up, you know, you're good to go, because your mind is already prepared and wrapped around that energy for the day. So you're already ready to work with that. So Robert Ziegler says the cemetery they filmed Easy Rider in. Okay, now, Robert, you know, I don't know which cemetery. Is that cemetery number 1 or cemetery number 2? Find out and let me know. Charlotte says Marie Laveau. So, Charlotte, are you talking about the cemetery where she's buried? Because that's either cemetery 1 or 2. And so, Melissa, thank you so much for the healing energy. If the foot is healing fine, I'll be able to get out this week or this weekend to finish that class. But Veronica, if you want to do some research and find out a place that you would like for me to go or that you feel interested in, go ahead and make that suggestion. So ways you can help the show out, okay? Different ways that you can help my show out this evening is hit that share button right now and share this with your friends and family. There's always somebody that could benefit from the information that we're going to share tonight. Also, past episodes are always loaded up onto my YouTube channel, and I'm going to leave a link to the YouTube channel in the comments after this session is done. And that way you can go back and watch all of the past shows if you want, because this is part 3. There's a part 1 and a part 2. Part 2 should be loaded up tomorrow. And so that will definitely be on YouTube tomorrow. So part 1 was how to distinguish whether or not you've been under psychic attack. Part 2 was the beginnings of how to protect yourself from a psychic attack. And so tonight we're going over part 3, which is more techniques about protecting yourself from a psychic attack. So we're going to go over a lot of stuff tonight. Hey to David and Jen, thanks for joining us this evening. Now, granted, these are just some of the techniques. I'm sure there's a lot more than what I'm presenting here. And if you have any additional ones, I welcome them in the comments, so that we can all share information and benefit from that, because this is a collective sharing show. This is nothing more than just sharing our experiences and trying to improve and enhance each other's life. Okay, so one of the first ways that we kind of delved into, and we didn't really mention it on the last show, but smudging. And there are different theories on this. Some say yes to smudging, others say no to smudging. Here's my personal experience with it. It's been a really good technique in the past to use. It certainly cannot, it can't hurt to use it. But what I'm hearing more from people nowadays is that smudging isn't lasting long enough, or it's not working. So, and I'm thinking is because of the gaseous nature of the technique, that it dissipates or attenuates extremely rapidly. So Samantha says, could nightmares be a form of psychic attack? Yes, Samantha, you need to go to the YouTube channel and watch episode 1. That was one of the classic ways of identifying a psychic attack, was nightmares and the specific nature of the nightmares, because you remember at night is when your auric field is most open and vulnerable to psychic attack. And so in episode 2 also, Samantha, we go over certain techniques to use in the bedroom to protect yourself from psychic attack. So smudging is one of the ways that you can use to clear that energy. So what we're looking at, this is an energetic attack. And so what we're doing is trying different energies against that. Yes, smudging doesn't last normally as long as other techniques, but it's quick and you can do it pretty fast. And so like maybe you should smudge like first off the bat and then use a longer range technique after that. So Samantha says, will do. They have been bad. Oh, yeah. So bad they wake me up several times a night. Yes, Samantha, you've got to go watch episode 1 and episode 2. I'll have that, Samantha, loaded up on the YouTube channel tomorrow for you. And it may be later on in the day, but I promise you I'll try to get that up for you. Provided the internet link is fast enough to go ahead and upload the link for me, the video. Okay, so go ahead and smudge first, starting with the head, moving out towards the arms, down the body. Make sure you get the legs. If you can, have somebody do the back of you. If you can't, just do the best you can. You can smudge with either white sage or cedar. Cedar is a really good one, or sweet grass. Sweetgrass is really good to use as far as smudging goes. The second way that they present is visualization, and we've all used this in the past. For those of us that were trained like 30 and 40 years ago in psychic protection, we used to use the golden bubble or the white shield. The only problem with visualization is that in order for it to be really strong and be a good guard against this invasion, you really have to have like almost a meditative mind, very concentrated thought, used to visualization, used to putting up those psychic or mental shields, if you will. It can't hurt to go ahead and try for the first time. You got to start somewhere, right? So visualization of this protective white light or a golden bubble around you or your home, or someone else that you're involved with that you feel like maybe under psychic attack, you can put that shield or that bubble around them as well. Yeah, let me make sure that there are no questions here before we go on. Hey to Robin, Lynn, and Christina. Thanks for joining us. And over here on Instagram, hi to Phoenix Rising. Okay, we're going to get into crystals, and that's probably going to take up most of the rest of the half an hour. But I want to mention this technique first that is extremely good, and in just my experience, it's one of the best ones besides gemstones to use, and that's resonant energy. Okay, specifically a crystal singing bowl or a Tibetan singing bowl. The resonant force that comes out of that device can go through your body, through walls, through structures, and it is extremely good at clearing out any type of manifestation that is attached to your energy field. So what you would want to do is to sit with the singing bowl or the crystal bowl in your lap and really ring that for a good 5 to 10 minutes, if you can, 10 minutes. If you can't, 5 is fine, but just do it every day for like a week. And what happens is it clears that extra energy from your auric field, and it retunes the resonance in your auric field. So it's extremely good to use. Just my experience is one of the best things to use for that. Let's check for any questions. Hey to Lily and Greta. Thanks for joining us this evening. So get yourself a Tibetan singing bowl. You can get them off of eBay for less than $40. Make sure you don't pay an enormous amount in shipping because the bottom of the bowl is pretty heavy. Crystal bowls are even better, but they're way more expensive, and a Tibetan bowl will do just as good. But the resonance from that will definitely clear out whatever is trying to attach to you or whatever is altering your auric field. So Melissa says clearing spray and transformational sprays can be purchased at Crystal Crazy. Yes, absolutely. I love Crystal Crazy's clearing sprays and the transformational sprays. For those of you that want more information on that, just put it in the comments and I will give you a link to Crystal Crazy's page. Special shout out to Barbara Bacon and Crystal Crazy. This is one of the best places to go and get gemstones in Lexington, Kentucky. If you're located in the Louisville area, I always suggest people go to Moonstruck Shop in Louisville. And that's one of the best places to go to get gemstones. So Veronica says, how about drumming? Absolutely, Veronica. Drumming is a type of resonant energy that will go through the body. The resonance will hit it and go through it and kind of eradicate whatever's extra there. That's the really nice thing about resonant energy, Tibetan bowls, drums, crystal bowls, bells specifically. The vibration will go through whatever structure is adjacent to it. So you really don't have to worry about, when you're doing the house cleansing, you really don't have to worry about getting in all the corners or getting in the closets or the basement or the attic, because that resonant energy will go through all of those spaces. Good idea, Veronica. Thanks for bringing that up. Because a lot of people don't have a Tibetan bowl, they don't have a crystal bowl, but they may have a drum at home, or they may have some kind of bell at home that they can use. And don't forget, what was it that St. Patrick used to drive out the snakes and the demons from Ireland? A bell, right? And that bell is still in the Dublin Museum to this day to be viewed. Hey to Pamela, thanks for joining us. So resonant energy is huge, guys, and it's been referred to for 3,000 years. The Tibetan monks have used resonant energy. St. Patrick used resonant energy, and it really, for me, works the best. Okay, so let's go on to our friend, the crystals. And how do crystals work? They work on resonant energy as well. And they work on entrainment. So entrainment and resonant energy are how the crystals definitely provide protection and clearing. So, oh, hugs, Veronica. Have a good night at work. So let's look at some of the crystals that we use to do these clearings of our auric energy, okay? And there's more stuff. I still don't know if we're going to be able to get to it all this evening, because there's just so much. We may have to have a part 4, but take notes for you guys that do crystals. I will leave a link, you guys, for Phoenix Rising, for Crystal Crazy. Phoenix Rising, if you want to search on Instagram, Barb's Crystal Crazy, I think it will come up, but I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the comments, and I'll even message you a link to her shop. So let's go start with the gemstones. So Carolite, and I'm going to spell this for you, Carrollite. Now this particular mineral facilitates the closure of the chakras, allowing for protection against psychic attacks. Now, the important thing to know about this particular gemstone and crystal is you want to make sure that you clear everything before you close those chakras, because what if you don't clear everything and you have an attachment and then you close your chakra? Not good, right? So be sure and do a clearing, or make sure you go and get some acupuncture done, or you get some energy work done, maybe by Reiki or pranic healer or shaman, and get those chakras cleared before you close them. You don't want to close anything up in the energy field that doesn't need to be there. Hey to Jessica and Dana and Vosti, thanks for joining us this evening. So that's a really, really good one to close off all the chakras. There are downsides to that. You won't be able to use your psychic abilities as much. You may not be in tune with things as much if you close everything down. But look, if you're under a heavy psychic attack and you need to close down shop quickly and completely, this is the stone to use. Here's another one that's really, really good is chlorite. CHLORITE. So chlorite, along with amethyst, is really good to remove energy attachments or energy implants, okay? And what happens is it really brings out the attachment or brings out the implant a little bit more so that you can see it and identify it. And then it's, of course, you're going to have to get that removed using the energy healer or the shaman or acupuncture or something like that, and then use those gemstones to close things down. So amethyst, along with chlorite, is really, really good at removing those attachments or those energy implants from other sources. Hey to Angie and Sheila and Pamela, and thanks for joining us this evening. Okay, so those are just 2 gemstones. Let's go into some more. I'm going to spell this one. Limonite, LIMONITE. And what this does is, this would be for somebody who doesn't feel very strong, who feels like, you know, their auric field or their aura, their energy is always under attack, or maybe they're feeling bullied. So what limonite does is it provides that virility or strength to fight back or to prevent an intruder from encroaching upon the energy field. So it's sort of like, it's a boost, it's a strengthener for those that don't feel up to the fight, really, basically, because it is a fight. And so that would be one that you would use if you're feeling weak, or if you're feeling vulnerable, or if you're in a point, let's say you come under psychic attack and you just had surgery or you've been sick. This would be a perfect gemstone for you to use to give you a boost to deal with this onslaught of energy that you're having to experience. Hey to Leanne, thanks for joining us this evening. Another one, this is one of my favorite, one of my favorites to use, which is ruby. And you can also use ruby zoisite. Let's say you don't have ruby or you can't afford ruby. Ruby zoisite is one that you can use as well. Maybe not as strong as the pure ruby, but it has enough ruby in it to get the job done. And so ruby is really good for shielding on all different levels, for boosting the energy and safeguarding your consciousness while you're under psychic attack, because the consciousness is one of the most vulnerable areas for psychic attack. And so ruby is really, really good. Like I said, don't forget, if you can't afford ruby, get ruby zoisite, okay? So Phoenix Rising says, how can you wear this to go to work? Okay, so a couple of ways. You can use earrings, you can use a pendant, and I'm going to discuss the black stones next. The reason we use black stones, Phoenix Rising, is because black is the absence of light. And all entities and all thought forms are forms of light energy. And so it's thought that because the black is an absence of light, that it absorbs the light energy coming from the attacker. And if you shine like a laser light on black obsidian or black tourmaline or black anything, you're going to see that whatever, like, you shine that laser light on that's black, that it kind of absorbs the periphery of that light on the laser, because it's the absence of light, it's absorbing the light. So theory is that it absorbs that light energy rather than you absorbing it. So let's go over the black stones next. So Phoenix Rising, I would get some earrings of black obsidian or a pendant of black obsidian. That's like, for me, one of the best things to use besides jet for psychic attack or to repel negativity or evil. Hey to KP Richards, thanks for joining us this evening. Black obsidian is one of the most powerful things to use for psychic attack. Like I was just saying, it absorbs that light energy and it keeps you from absorbing that light energy. And it definitely will absorb the negative energy as well. Now, you can get rainbow obsidian too. It will work just as well. Other black stones that we use are black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is excellent for using that. But for me, one of the best psychic protection against psychic attack and against evil is plain old black jet. Now, black jet, it is a, it's not technically a gemstone. It is a tree. It's, I think it's like a petrified tree or petrified wood. And it's very light. It's not heavy like a gemstone, but it does and can hold an electrical charge, an electrostatic charge, which not a lot of us know. But it's one of the things that Tibetan monks have used for centuries to deal with evil and negative energies. And for me, it's one of the best things to use if I go on an investigation where I feel like that there may be either a demonic influence there or something very bad. I will have on pendant and earrings of jet, and jet in my pocket too. So it's like one of the best things to use for negative energy. Hey to Jason and Leanne. So Leanne says she carries hers in her bra. Yes, it will work just as well in your bra, because you know what? Energy is not restricted by your clothes. So just because that gemstone is in your brassiere doesn't mean it's not absorbing energy. Okay? Energy is not restricted by your clothing in any way, shape, or form. So definitely you can put that puppy right in your bra if you want. So black tourmaline, oh, another thing along with black obsidian is mahogany obsidian. And mahogany obsidian gets into the grounding part of it, which we're going to go over, hey, next Monday night, because I already see we're out of time up there. But mahogany obsidian is another one that's really, really good at clearing the home, your body, your office of negative energy. And it provides another layer, which we're going to go over next week, which is the grounding side of it and how the techniques of grounding actually help you protect yourself from a psychic attack. And so we're going to go over that next week. So Melissa says, I purchased a beautiful obsidian and tourmaline from Crystal Crazy. Yes, and for those of you that want Crystal Crazy's link, just let me know in the comments, and I will definitely put that link in there for you. But for now, we're going to check out next week. Remember, we're going to go over the huge thing about grounding. We're going to go over several shields that you can use on your energy, simple techniques, right down to changing your clothes and what to do with them, because there's special things you should do with your clothes, and then aligning with positive energy to keep your guard and keep your forces up. So thanks for joining us this evening. Tune in next Monday night. Remember, how to help the show is go ahead and share this with your friends and family. Subscribe to the YouTube channel after I put the link in the comments. And I appreciate you guys tuning in every Monday night to share this time with me. I so appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday night. Kisses from Kentucky. Bye, guys. Have a really good one.